I first realized that I was circumcised when I was 7 years old, and I was playing with another boy. He was 6 years old, and at some point in our time together he said, "Show me yours and I'll show you mine." And we did. We showed each other, and I looked at him puzzled about the difference. He was obviously his penis was very different than my own. And he looked at me and he realized that I was concerned about this and the fact that I couldn't see the head of his penis, and he pulled his foreskin back and he said, "Oh no, you see, we are the same, but," and then very gently he leaned forward and he said, "You had part of yours cut off when you were a baby." Well, the shock recognition of that statement that I felt at the time was profound. It went up my spine like a memory of the event. And I went into the house and I asked my mother about it. I said, "Did I have part of my penis cut off when I was a baby?" And she got very upset and, in a manner very uncharacteristic of her, refused to allow me to play with this child again. And so I knew at that time, age 7, that there was something very strange about this subject.
I can't remember ever discussing circumcision with immediate friends until, I guess, just before I had him. The women have to stay in the hospital longer at that point because it's a boy and it's certainly done at certain days. And they just simply let you know when it will happen, and then they bring the baby to you after. That's how it was in all my 3 boys.
Somehow, she, like most other parents of the day, were duped into believing that this was somehow therapeutic, and that she also was able to overlook the obvious wounding that her 3 boys all had.
I think what had been pushed so much, because each generation sells its own propaganda or information or whatever. And I think what had been pushed so much was the cleanliness they were concerned about.
I don't want to say anger, because I have very, very fond feelings for my mother, and I know that she was dealing with a lot of things in those days that many women were, that all had to do with undermining their abilities as mothers and as women. So I don't feel angry at her per se. I'm angry at the system. I'm angry that there are still doctors who use their medical credentials to promote this kind of mutilation. Yes, I'm angry at them. I'm angry at the politicians who turn away and won't look at this subject when the facts are plainly presented to them as just how damaging it is. Those people I'm angry at. But my mother, no, I'm not angry at her.